Those are all brand new foreclosures that just came in. I just got almost 900. Irving, I hope I'm saying that right. You can see Dallas Fort Worth Airport is all up there. Dallas, downtown Dallas is here. Up at the very top, there is Denton. So this is in between Denton, the airport, and Dallas, for those of you who know that area. But a lot of you ask how the other markets are doing. Some of them are doing worse. I thought my market was bad. That's 900.
What? Say it ain't so, guys. I know you're not saying that the big state of Texas, the housing market is having an issue, guys.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you guys have heard. Did you guys know this? Did you guys know that the Texas housing market is bad? There's this city. Listen, guys. There's this city named Austin. And if you've been following my videos, guys, you know that I've talked about Austin, the state of Texas, being hit by the housing market, by taxes and insurance, HOA, all of these things I said would affect the housing market. And today we're here. But before everyone was saying, Orlando, I don't know what you're thinking. You don't know how many people are coming to Texas.
Boy, here we go.
Everybody and their mom is coming from California to Texas, and they're bringing over that California money.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
They're bringing over billions of dollars to Texas. And guess what? It's going to raise up the housing market. We're not going to have any inventory. That's what these guys told you. The real estate agents told you. Guess what? You know who's coming here? Elon Musk.
Tesla's co-founder and CEO.
He's bringing billions of dollars to Texas. And guess what's going to happen? It's going to raise all of your prices. And guess what he said, guys? Guess what he said? He's not laying off anyone. He won't do it. It's not in his character.
Yeah. True.
So not only what you're learning in the first 2 minutes of this video is, don't trust any politicians. Don't trust the housing market. Don't trust what real estate agents tell you. Who should you put first? You know the answer to this. You. Your family. But we're going to jump into why the Texas housing market is going down, down, and down. We're going to go over it, guys. I promise you, you have to watch the rest of this video. You will learn so much from this. You will learn so much from it. You got to keep watching. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, too, I have a newsletter, and it's free. How can you be free? You cannot be free. And then also too, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I am your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years. I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment and the description. Guys, let's just jump straight into it. Look, the housing market is continuing to have some bumps in it, right? We knew this was going to happen with job layoffs, inflation as high as it is, things costing way more than what they normally are. This includes houses. This includes cars. This includes utility bills. This includes getting floors put into your house. This also includes appliances. But this also includes taxes, insurance, and let's not forget, mortgage rates continue to go up.
Wow.
I know what you're saying. Orlando, who would ever buy a house when all of these things are going against them? Well, let's just do a bedtime story. There was once these group of individuals who came from a distant land, and they thought, hey, if we overpay for all of these homes, the price has to continue to go up. But one thing that they didn't understand capitalism.
Oh my gosh.
They didn't understand that everybody in that system, the realtor, the lender, pretty much in that home buying process, is gonna get paid before you.
This is reality. This is the real thing going on.
They thought that everybody had their best interest at heart because this was their first time going through a home purchase. No, everyone else cares about themselves. You are last.
Fact.
You guys do understand that all of these insurance companies, they're working state to state to state. They're national companies.
The whole thing's rigged.
The tax guys, the guys who are taking your taxes, when they see a better tax system working, they will go to that city, that county, learn the tax system of creating more dollars, bring it back, pass it.
It's really unfair. It's really unfair.
And you think that these guys will do less. So I told you guys, you do know taxes only go up. You do know insurance only goes up. And the tax problem is getting worse in Texas.
It's an unfair game.
And then you see this today. Texas housing market enters major correction phase. Say it ain't so. But it is. Home sales are dropping in several major Texas cities, including the capital, Austin, Dallas, Houston. All major cities. As home buyers burdened by historical high mortgage rates, and rising housing costs fail to see an appeal to the state's growing inventory. These guys originally told you inventory is going to be an issue. There won't be a home in the state for you to buy.
You would be lucky to even get your fingertips on a contract to buy a home. You think there's gonna be so many homes that you can just choose what you want? This is going up forever.
That's what these real estate agents told you. But the question is what's really happening in Texas right now? Well, let's hear from some homeowners. See if you would have liked to replace them and you wish the money that's burning a hole in your pocket to buy a home right now, you could buy it from them.
Buying a house was one of the worst things I've ever done. Obviously, everyone wants different things. Every market is different. Everyone's personal financial situation is different. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, we live just outside of Austin, and we bought a house, and houses here are just very expensive. So, we couldn't really get a cheap house. So our house is a little pricey. And we bought about 2 years ago, and we did a new build, so we didn't have to put a lot of money down, which was great. But anyway, when we signed the contract to buy the house, it was still being built. By the time we closed, interest rates had gone up by almost a full percentage point. And we also locked in when house prices were the highest. So basically we bought it the worst time possible in, the past few years. Within 2 months of living in that house, I realized that I did not want to live there.
So we have someone who lives in Austin, who has a home in Austin. They bought the home a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And she is saying, I regret buying this home. I didn't realize that I was overpaying. And if you hear what she said in there, she said, we couldn't get a cheap home in Austin.
We couldn't really get a cheap house. So our house is a little pricey.
What mistake did she make? She made a mistake that a lot of people make the mistake of doing. She went ahead and said, well, let's just throw some extra money at it. I really want to buy this home. I care more about winning than how efficient it is for me.
Oh, no.
I care more about winning and the emotions of playing the eBay auction game rather than realizing, is this too much house for me? A lot of people fell into this where they get emotional during the home buying process. Instead of focusing on the numbers, focusing on the business itself at hand and understanding what you want, the pros and cons, doing your research. It's instead more about just winning or losing.
You know we will win?
Oh, I know it.
And when you focus on just winning and losing and you don't have a plan in front of you, something that maps out what you want, what you're willing to accept, what you're willing to give away, all of this type of stuff, if you don't understand any of this before you're buying a home, you're going to make a mistake.
You'll regret it, man. Trust me.
It's way too far from all of our favorite stuff. It's way too expensive. It's too much space, honestly. Like, I don't like having to care for that much space. And I don't like feeling locked down. Like, I don't like feeling like we can't just like pick up and move when our lease is up or something. It took my husband longer to realize he felt the same way, but he also feels the same way. We decided that we would try to sell our house because we were like, we're just not happy here. Like, this wasn't the best decision for us. Like, let's just go. And we listed it like a year and a half, tried to list it at a price where we would at least break even. And obviously we haven't sold yet. It's been a year and a half. At this point, we are taking a huge loss on the house and taking out a personal loan to cover it, which I know sounds crazy, but our rent will be so drastically cheaper that even with a personal loan payment each month, we are each still saving like $1,000 a month once we move to an apartment. I don't necessarily regret buying the house because I'm the kind of person that has to do something in order to realize whether I like it or not.
Stop it. This is getting crazy. Let me tell you what, guys. You should definitely not do this. You should not buy a home, get a mortgage, overpay for the home, telling everyone that you're losing $200,000, and to make up the difference, you're gonna go get a personal loan.
Who does that?
Let me explain to you guys the price of a personal loan. A personal loan is going to cost 13% or more, probably around 16% because things are elevated right now when it comes to the interest rate scene. Ouch. So she's basically going to get a credit card, a Capital One credit card for $200,000 at 16%. Make it make sense. She would be better off trying to figure out how to satisfy it. But a personal loan, take it out another debt. That ain't happening. At least that's what I would do. But did you hear what she said, guys? I want you to hear this. Did you hear what she said? She said, we had our house up for a year and a half and it still didn't sell.
Wait, what?
I was telling individuals, you're gonna have a hard time selling it because you're gonna have to come down off that price. You're gonna have to come back to reality. You're gonna have to drop the price, like this lady just said, to a point to where they're going to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. She's willing to accept it, but are the rest of people in Texas, are they willing to accept it? And this is what I was trying to explain that I did not want to happen to my viewers. I didn't want you to switch places with someone as a buyer and switch places with a seller. And I've said this multiple times. Why would you want to switch places with someone who is struggling to pay these ridiculous taxes, this ridiculous insurance? You're trading places with them while paying a high price for the real estate. So you're overpaying for the real estate. The mortgage is high. Taxes are high. They're going to add more things to it. No, thank you.
No.
You know what's so crazy to me? When you buy a house, they're like, look, this is what you can afford. Like the bank literally is like, or the lender is literally like, this is what you can afford. This is about how much house you can get. And they basing this off of how much money you make. So they're like, okay, this is how much house we willing to give you, you know. And it's crazy to me that they know how much money you make. They know where you work. They done got your banks. But they got all your shit. Your credit, everything. And then it's crazy how, like, they know and everybody else know. You probably don't know because don't nobody tell you shit in the beginning. Don't nobody tell you shit when you're building your house or buying your house. Nobody says nothing about nothing. You just gonna receive a letter in the mail. An escrow analysis talking about some, yeah, you got an escrow shortage because, you know, the property taxes went up. Oh, and your home insurance went up too. So, yeah, now your new mortgage is going to be X amount. And I'm talking about it can increase. 1 year, I want to say it increased only like $60. It's like, that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? The very first year we got here, it actually went down by like 500. You know, that was nice. We living it up, baby. That third year, that went up like, y'all, I you not. That was going up like $500-$600. How? Like, y'all said this is how much house we could afford, but y'all knew the taxes was gonna go up. It's like it be giving scams sometimes in America. It really be giving scams sometimes. And honestly, actually, I took the back. I don't know if it's like this in other states.
Ma'am. Let's go ahead and bring her up. Let's go ahead and have this conversation. First of all, it is like that in most states. And then secondly, let's have this conversation about the mortgage process and how when you went through the process, the lender said you can afford this, you can afford that. They did say that, and I agree. They told you that, but they meant right then and there, that month. Look and say, can we get the month of April, the month of March? They're analyzing it based off of that time period. Huh? So if things change in the future, and let me tell you, they will change. Prices will continue to go up. Insurance, property taxes will continue to go up. Cost of maintaining the home will go up. HOAs will go up. The one thing that's not going up that you signed on the dotted line, is the mortgage. The things that are going up, as you just stated, are the escrow, which include taxes and insurance. And let me tell anybody who's watching this, they will forever go up. And I think the most important thing is to have a conversation about accountability. See, if you don't read anything, anyone can tell you anything. If you don't read the information that's in front of you, when you're supposed to be signing documents and you're doing the biggest purchase of your life, when will you pay attention? I'll wait. And this is a true story.
Olivia, could you please stop saying realtor wrong? Say realtor right. Don't say a realtor, say realtor.
And then right underneath it, you're like, hey man, now that we got that out the way, 5 days ago, I paid $100,000 over asking for a house. What?
Come on now, dog.
You're worried about me saying realtor wrong? Shouldn't you be reading every letter on that contract to figure out where you went wrong? Instead of telling me how to say realtor, did you read any words on the 60-page contract of your home? No, you didn't.
Awkward. So awkward.
I'm telling individuals, you can't just say, no one told me, and you had the documents in front of your face. When are we going to get past that? You have to have some accountability too. You let those folks take advantage of you. You had the paperwork right in front of your face and you said, I'm not reading it. Well, you ain't getting me. They got you. Gotcha, bitch. But speaking of realtors, let's see what real estate agents are saying about their own market in Texas. Let's see if they have some good things to say about it. Let's see.
All right, guys. So what is happening with this real estate market? Because it is weird right now. I just got done with an update for one of our sellers. I look like I have a halo. I'm okay with that. And one of our sellers for their weekly update that we did. And the numbers are just really interesting and weird right now. So I figured I would shoot a quick video and share it with you in case you were interested. This is Weatherford, so Parker County inventory. This is where if we have like a 6-month inventory, we're neutral. If we have more than 6 months of inventory, meaning if no more homes came on the market today, from here out, how long till we run out of houses for sale? Right now, we're at about 6.2 months. Last month March for Weatherford area, we were at 5.5. So it's gone up from 5.5 months of inventory up to 6.2 months of inventory. Weatherford's 20% more year on year. Fort Worth is 34% more year on year. Okay, that's a big jump of inventory. It's a great sign for buyers because you have absolutely way more choices available for sale. it's not such a great sign on the home selling side because you have more competition. So if you're thinking about selling, you're better off pulling the trigger on it sooner rather than later so that you don't miss the boat on it.
Oh, look at that. Man, look, real estate agents, look, they got to make that commission, man. They got to make the commission. So I'm not hating on them. I'm not. I understand they got to make the commission. The market was going to turn eventually. But the story is a little different. I'm just saying. I mean, the tone of the realtors is a little bit more like, hey, listen, sellers, it was a good ride, but we got to turn our backs against you now. These buyers, they want to buy at a low price. And you got the house and you bought it at a high price. Just take the hit, man. We need to make our commission. Listen, I don't blame them. Look, real estate agents got to do what real estate agents do. They got to sell real estate, right? So I totally get it. But my point is when you see realtors come and saying, look, the inventory, it's shooting up. I mean, 34% for Dallas? Sellers, sell. You better sell at the right price because, you know, the buyers ain't having it. See how fast they jumped? This is the reason why you have to keep an eye on your market, guys. Because if you were in this Texas area, the Dallas-Fort Worth, Austin, if you've been in that area and this is your market, you've probably been seeing this 6 months earlier. Could have been more than that. You've probably been seeing a bunch of other stuff that's been going on, foreclosures and then going on and on and on. You've been in the front seat. This is the reason why I tell you, if you were looking for a home, you would see all of the signs coming up on your street. You would see when you go to Zillow and Redfin, all of these properties putting up for price cuts. You would see all of this. You would see other individuals in your neighborhood saying, hey, it's getting too expensive here. Things are changing.
I changed a lot.
Concessions is a huge one right now. We are seeing for Weatherford, I just did the 60-day report of what's sold in the last 60 days to kind of get an idea and an average. We had 207 homes sell in Weatherford in the last 60 days. 54 of them sold with over $5,000 in concessions. That's 27% of the sold homes here in Weatherford that sold giving more than $5,000 worth of concessions, meaning seller paid closing costs. Now, there was still more homes that sold with concessions that were under $5,000, but I was primarily for this particular seller looking at $5,000 or more. So 27% is a pretty good chunk. So sellers, be ready to offer that. For Weatherford are between 30 and 60 right now. That's really not bad. But when you have all these other factors in play, it's because sellers are giving more concessions. It's because sellers are doing bigger price drops. It's because we're having less showings. So the showings we do have are resulting in contracts faster. Let me tell you what, guys. When you have a real estate agent saying, listen, sellers, you better take what they can give you. Also, too, we're not really having that many showings, okay? We're not having that many showings. So sellers, you better take what you can get because we're not really having that many people come out. We're having our houses sit on the market for about 60 days. Now, while that's not much, it's longer than that. It's longer than that because when you add in concessions, when you add in this, that, and the other, you saw the other lady in Austin. What did she say? We've had our home up for a year and a half and still haven't sold it. This is why I didn't want you to switch places, guys. I didn't want you to replace someone that's in that predicament and then you say, buying a house ain't for me. I hate it because trust me, that's what's happening currently right now. Individuals are buying, swapping, and trading places. Listen, I need to make a reality show. In 2025, let's do home buying swap. Where two homeowners switch places. It's who bought worse. They have to be in the last 2, 3, 4 years. And it's going to get worse before it gets better, guys. And I just want to say, if you love content like this, guys, and you want more content in detail, come on to Patreon. Come on over. We do exclusive videos over there, guys, and you will love it. And as always, you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, get you to your first rental property. And guess what? The information you will get from those videos, you will love it. See you in the next one. Thanks.